Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm thankful to be here today. I'm setting up my July budget for the month of July, obviously. And I have my new budget sheets that I already have in my shop. I've done a new releases video. I usually put out my new budget sheets at least 2 or 3 weeks before the new month so that they're in the shop and you can get them whenever you're ready. And that way if you plan ahead a month in advance, then you already have the sheets and you don't have to worry about it. But I love how this turned out. The balloons and the colors are bright and vibrant, and everything is just gorgeous and I absolutely love it. So I sell these budget sheets in Etsy. I have a link in the description below. It's called Lisa's Faith Budget Plan. And I have them for most of the months. There's a few months I don't have budget sheets for, and that's okay. But I keep them up every month because the only time I have a date and the actual month listed on my budget sheets are here on the calendar. The calendars actually come down at the end of the month, and then when the new month starts, I put a new calendar up. So this calendar is in the shop if you want to go ahead and get that. And it's a Sunday start calendar, so that's what I like to use. That's what makes sense in my brain. I don't really use Monday start things, though I did get a life planner, and I did post a video on my new life planner that I've been working in for 6 months, which surprised the heck out of me because this time last year and the previous years before, I'm like, I couldn't fill up a life planner. I couldn't put a lot of stuff in there. I don't do a whole lot. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my routine's so established that I really didn't have a lot to do. Boy, was I wrong. I just started using it and started tracking things, and I went, wow, my life changes a lot more than I realized. So if you like content like that, I have just started videos doing that, weekly life planner videos. And I also got the agenda. So I'm starting to move into that agenda here in July soon and setting up those pages. I like doing a daily and sitting down in the morning and kind of going through the daily, but I also like a week at a glance. And I love the months. I love all the planners, so all the things. But this is the one I create for myself. This works for me super, super well. So I sell it in Etsy. So if others see it and go, hey, that would work for me too, I want them to be able to have an opportunity to purchase. They're very cheap, just and they're downloadable printables. And I've started creating 3 sizes. This is the first month that it's in 3 different sizes. I do have it here in the 8.5 by 11. I don't have my classic size near me. I wish I had thought of that before I started filming, but I forgot. But I do have the 8.5 by 11, or not 8.5, A5 size here in my agenda. And I made a little dashboard for myself. I always do a scripture, praise, and prayer before I start my budget. I invite the Lord in to help me budget. So as you can see, this is the exact same as this, and except for I made a mistake here, and I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it, but this is the A5 size, and then this is this. Now, my A5 sizes in my shop and my classic Happy Planner in my shop are sized on an 8.5 by 11 PDF. All you have to do is print it like normal and then find the cut lines and then cut from there. That's all you have to do. You don't have to change the printer settings. You don't have to change anything. The cut lines are there for 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and it's simple, easy peasy, just moving forward. Okay, so what am I going to do today? Now I had this long intro about my budget sheets in my shop. Today, I already put down my stickers in my calendar. These stickers are actually mine. I've learned how to make my own, and I'm pretty proud and happy the way they turned out. They make me very happy. I lay down all my bills. The only new thing with my bills from the previous month is I'm actually having my guy cut the grass every week now because the grass grows so fast here. And I'm like, I want it every week. My husband says the opposite, but I'm like, nope, this year we're going to do this. So the lawn's going to look good and we have to pay a little extra for that, but that's okay. I finally started budgeting haircuts back in. I've been using the home emergency fund cash that I have here to pay for our haircuts, hair color, all that. Mainly because the young woman who cuts our hair or colors my hair or whatever and my family's hair, she's here every other Friday, and she's from our church, and she's in our home when she does our hair. So it's like, okay, quit stealing from the emergency cash and start budgeting for it. So I put that in the budget. And what I want to do is take all of this and put it in my monthly budget plan. Now this might look a teeny bit different than my actual budget sheets online, but the difference, and the only difference is I give myself 10 lines of income. And that's a lot of lines of income. But if we go back to last month, which is June, I pretty much used all 10 lines of income, where I had transfers of emergency fund money to cover things. And I had travel expense deposit and things like that that I wanted to track as well. I need it up here so I can adjust accordingly. But traditionally in my budget sheets online, you will get 6 lines. And then you start your bills and expenses, and that's perfectly fine. So that's what we're going to do today. So I am going to go ahead and kind of write out what goes in our income and bills and expenses, just the titles, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about the amounts and what the bills are this month and how they're going to look. So I will be right back. Okay, so let's get started. Income. First thing I do with income, I want to do is take anything that's in the checking account that was not used for anything but just to sit in a checking account. You can call it a buffer, you can call it a rollover, you can call it whatever you want. I call it a balance forward, but it is income, not so much earned income. It's earned income from the previous month that's still sitting in the checking account. That's all it is. Okay, I am back. I'm done writing down everything. I have listed all the income in the income section here, and this is all the income my husband brings home. None of this is any income I bring home. I don't really bring a lot. My business is still growing, and yeah, and he supports me on that, so that's pretty awesome. The bills and expenses. So every bill that needs to come in, whether it's fixed or variable, is listed here. It's not separated by fixed or variable. I just list my bills and expenses based on when they're due. Here's the other side. But I do like putting them down. And even if it's a variable thing where I start off budgeting one amount and I put my actual and it end up being different, it doesn't matter to me. As long as the actuals is accurate, that's all I really need to know. And my budgeted amount is more than enough, or my budgeted amount is not so high that I can't cover the cost. So that is what I'm looking for today. I am looking to make sure the income section has more money coming in than what the total bills and expenses are coming out. So let's get started there. Balancing forward. So I balance forward whatever is in the checking account from the previous paycheck. So paycheck 3 of the previous month, so paycheck 3 of June, will tell me how much money is moving forward in the month of July. I don't have that number right now, but I'm going to put a guesstimate, and this number will change probably because I don't have the actuals right in front of me right now, but I can put a rough estimate about $229.92. Now I gotta wait for some things to clear that may adjust this or change this or drop this. It may go higher, it may go lower, I don't know. But once the night before July 1st hits and I discover whether I have any money left over in my spending categories or any money left over from not spending as much in my bills or putting into savings, whatever the accounting turns out to be for the end of June, I will make the correct amount here, and I know it's going to be higher than this number because I already know what's my checking account and it's more than this, and I know what we plan to spend today and tomorrow, and I'm going to try to stay within those numbers, and it shouldn't be less than this. If it is less than this, it's like a few dollars, and I'm not worried about that at all. So I am putting a little guesstimate, a little estimate here. That's why this is the budget column. This is what we're budgeting, not necessarily actual, okay? Also, my husband gets on the 1st of every month military retirement check. So his military retirement check, I got my notes over here. I got to pull in front of me. All right. His military retirement check, after taxes, after deductions, medical, vision, dental, all the works come out, it's $1,497.18. Then my husband's VA disability is $2,160.18. This is for compensation of 20 years of naval service. And when he was beginning his retirement, he went to the VA. The VA says, okay, this is what's broke with you, and this is what we can compensate you for. And that's how we come up with these numbers. So, well, how they come up with these numbers. I don't get to know the VA math. It's a whole different math that I don't want to learn. So we'll just leave it at that. VA education, I am not actually going to budget any. My husband has been deployed, and he's a contractor for the Navy. So even though he retired Navy, he's contractor. He deploys still with the sailors and as a contractor. And sometimes when he's gone, he doesn't take classes because he just can't get the communication and the email and the online stuff. He can't work on that while he's out at sea. The bandwidth is not quite strong enough for all that. So, and this time it's been really rough. So I'm glad he didn't take any classes, which meant he didn't get any compensation for VA education, which is the post 9/11 GI Bill is what he's using. Rent and dividends. So my son, who is autistic, gets paid SSI money, government money, and then we charge him rent to live, and I buy all the groceries, I take care of him. He keeps some of it, and we get $664. And that actually mostly covers his health insurance with TRICARE, young adult, or whatever they're calling it now, and because we still use TRICARE military health care, and we all get the same doctor, and it works out pretty good. Salary. So even though my husband's been gone, he does get overtime. I do not count overtime. Overtime is not counted until it actually hits the bank account. Once it hits the bank account, then I will put the actual number over here. And that would be $2,313.28 on average. That is what he brings home after taxes, after Roth, after deductions, and all the things that we have taken out of his paycheck before he actually gets it. That's what he gets. And so I just budget that twice for each salary check that he gets for the month. He only gets 2 this month. And that is it. Now, this is rent, and I didn't talk about dividends. Dividends are any change that they put in our checking account for using the checking account, and whatever are based on our balances of the checking account during the statement period. So usually it's only a couple pennies. I'll just tack it on to here at the end of this, and it balances out later. It just gives me a more accurate number to work with on how much income that came in throughout the month. And I'm not searching for 2 pennies that I forgot that the bank gave us, that kind of thing. This is for any transfers back and forth from savings, checking for sinking funds, emergency fund, this, that, and the other thing. So that is what that is for. That's why I have a couple extra lines. Sometimes we're mailed money for special holidays and stuff like that, or birthdays, and I'll put that in here from family members, or if we get a big refund, or any number of things could happen that would have me need to use those lines. And so I like keeping the 2 or 3 extra lines for that. So now we're going to total up all the income that's coming in, and then we're going to discover how much income is going out. So let's see, $229.92 plus 1,498.97, sorry, 18, and then 2,160, 18 plus 664 plus the 213.28 plus the 213.28. That gives us a $9,177.84 to work with. That's what we have for the entire month to pay our bills and cover all our expenses and necessities and wants and dreams and all the things. So now I'm going to move this paper up. There we go. And I'm going to start figuring out what we have to pay. So we have a mortgage. Now this will be the last month this mortgage is at this amount. My mortgage is creeping up to $2,000. My fixed amount is like $1,500 or $1,600 or something like that for my home. But my property taxes keep going up. So they adjust for it every year. I just made a escrow payment to pay the difference of my escrow, so I wouldn't have to roll it into the mortgage. So that this month is $1,980.06. Next month, you will see this go up to $1,990 and some change. And I already have that marked down, so we'll be looking out for that. I have the new amount, and I put money into the escrow to keep it from going over $2,000, because if I had not paid the amount of the difference for the next year, my mortgage would have been over $2,000. And really the difference in the escrow was only $160 some, and we had that in the bank, so I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and pay it, which was a lot less than last year, which was over $410 for the previous year, first year of having our mortgage. So that was crazy. Greater Europe missions is how we tithe my husband's VA disability, and we tithe $231.75 to a missionary family. They're amazing. We love them, and that's why we do it. It's something the Lord led us to do, so that's what we do. Helping Hands comes out military retirement tithing. That's $200 a month. First of every month we do that. And then natural gas. So obviously it's hot outside, so I'm not heating my home, but we are still taking showers and washing dishes and using some heat. I don't have a gas stove, so I'm not cooking with heat, but we have a dishwasher and all the things. So it did drop down to $41.62. And then Humana Health, this is my son's insurance that we pay out of pocket, $459 even. Boss Land and Lawn, you're going to see several of these. So I changed Boss Land and Lawn from every other week to every week because the grass is just growing that fast here and it's driving me crazy. So $55 each time he comes to cut the grass. And these are weeks. These are separated by several days. And you can look at the calendar. I think I have the calendar on both sides here. Nope, not this one. If you look at this calendar over here that I have, you can see that, right before Geico, and then nothing. Well, did I forget a tithe? No, I got a tithe. Okay. Right before Geico, there's Boss. I didn't put haircut and color. I need to put that at the end. Let's see, tithe, and then another Boss Land, and then, there's a few things that happen in between. So I try to keep it, where it flows with the calendar. Sometimes I'm off a little bit, but now that I said the hair color thing, cut and color, I forgot. Hair, cut, and color. So there's that. All right, now I have everything listed. So, Geico, $107.43. Boss again, like I said, the weeks run really close. It's every Thursday that he's going to be coming out. And then our tithe, $310 for our salary check. And then Boss again. Okay, sorry about that. My phone cut off while I was talking, so I had to go back and figure out where I left off. And I realized I started Boss Land Lawn again for $55 and then went to electric. And after I wrote that, I realized, oh, I'm not recording. So electric went up. It was, I think, 116 or something last month, and this month is 188. It's very hot. It's in the 90s every day. Very hot. So there is that. We are a family of 4. I do have life insurance for all 4 of us under this life insurance plan, and it's $87.56. Vivint is our home security system. I do have a code or a, what do you call it? A referral, where I get compensated a little bit and you get compensated. I think it's $50 for signing up with Vivint through my referral. And yeah, if you are interested in a home security system, I really love them. They're awesome. So no hiccups, no problems. It works, and yeah, check them out and see what you think. There is initial cost for all the equipment, and then I actually did a payoff journey a couple years back in 2019 and paid off the equipment within a few months. I just Gazelle Intense paid that off, and then the minimum I have to pay for the service, because it has cellular and Wi-Fi and all that and all the good things, is $56.46. That is what I pay for every month, and that's just the service to serve, for the security system to work and connect with a rescue and fire and rescue, or emergency services or whatever, police, things like that, if there's something that goes wrong. Another Boss Land Lawn. So I have 1, 2, 3, and this is number 4. I should have one more on the next page. And then city utilities, I'm just budgeting $100. I don't know what the bill is going to be this month. And the water usage, I did fill my pool up once, so that, and it's just one of those Intex pool you can buy at Walmart. You put it up, and then you fill it up with water from the hose, and then you play around and swim in it. And it's up to 6 or 7 people in the pool, so it's pretty big size, but man, it's nice. Sinking funds. So this month, because I am not paying my son's senior year anymore, because we reached $1,000, and my husband and I came to an agreement that all we really needed was $1,000 instead of $1,200 like I was hoping. I'm going to go ahead and just reduce that down to $380. Oops, 66. And that covers all our annual expenses. It's a little bit we put a little bit aside every month for about 10 or 12 annual expenses and quarterly expenses. So this way we're not throwing all the money all at once out of a paycheck that may be more than we can cover. And it's put into a savings account and is pulled from whenever we need it. So that's really, really awesome. I want to budget $290 here for Sprint. We've been doing $289.60, I think, is the amount, but I'm just going to do $290 and see what the actual is later. I'm not going to worry about to the penny yet. So let's bring this down. So Visa subs and subscriptions. So subscriptions and Hopewell. Hopewell is our Christian counseling services, and subscriptions are just that. I have them. Is it on this side? No. I have them right here. These are our subscriptions. Some things I have on Etsy, Amazon Music, Paramount Plus, or CBS All Access is what it used to be called. Sling, HP Instant Ink, HBO Max, iTunes, Discover Plus, QuickBooks, Audible, and something for my husband. And so all of those things go onto the credit card. They're auto-drafted out, and I wanted to keep our credit card active and showing some kind of activity, so we decided to put all that on there. Originally, we just had it on our calendar of our budget here, and then had it come out of our checking account. Now we have it charged to the credit card, and at the end of the month, I pay off the credit card. So we are guesstimating this month $725. And the reason that it's so high is because the Christian counseling. Christian counseling does not take insurance, and it's out of pocket. So that we have to pay that out of pocket, and that is why it is so high. I think all the subscription services are about $250 or something like that. And the rest of it goes to Christian counseling, and I make sure I have enough. If we go every week of the month, then I budget for it. And then if we don't go every week, which sometimes we don't, do once a week visit with Christian counseling, then I won't have to pay as much into it. Tithe, $310. And this is tithing the salary, this $310, both of them are tithing the salary check that came in. And that's what we tithe every month. Verizon Fios is $82.71. And that's our internet. And then one more about Boss Land and Lawn. He's awesome. All right, grocery household. I'm bumping it up a little bit this month from $1,000 to $1,200 because it's summer and we want to buy extra fun food. We're going to cookouts this summer, so we want to make stuff and take it with us, and we want to make sure we have the money to cover all that. Restaurants stay the same at $650. I do that every month. That's the average we spend when my husband's home and the four of us, the family, go out to eat. I mean, for a family of four at a nice place, you can't get less than $75, including tip and everything for 4 adults. So we have it pretty high if it's 2 of us, if it's 4 of us, whatever. Of course, the most fancy we ever do with the kids is, our sons, is like Chick-fil-A and Red Robin. I think Red Robin is the one place they really, really like. The rest of it's just me and my husband, date nights and stuff like that. That's where that comes from. Miscellaneous, $5.50. So if it doesn't fall under restaurants, it doesn't fall under grocery or household items, we just call it miscellaneous. So if we buy a shirt, shoes, random stuff for the house decor, outside stuff, inside stuff, it doesn't matter. It falls under that category. And usually it's me buying stuff on Amazon and Etsy. But seasonally we do use this for other things. Gasoline, $2.50. That might have to go up. I don't know. My husband is coming home soon. I'm hoping, I think he's supposed to come home today, to be honest with you. I'm doing this on the 29th, and this will go up in a few days, but I don't know. He may be home today. He may not be home today. One more, I have haircut and color. So my husband, I pay $20 each time my husband gets his haircut and my son gets his haircut. So $20 for my husband, $20 for my son. That includes the tip for each of them. That's $40, and they do it every other week. So that's $80. And so I plan to do $150 minus 80 of the 2 times they're getting it. So $70 should go to the hair color, and that should cover all of that. So $150 is what I plan. And finally putting it in the budget because I keep stealing from my cash envelope. I do need so much so that I'm depleted at $280. I had $1,000 and now it's like $720. And I'm like, that's not right. I shouldn't do that. So I need to quit that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add all this up. And this is going to give me my new budget numbers for the month of July. And we're going to see if I can stay under this total right here of the income coming in, which I should. I'm pretty sure I should. So I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the magical number. $8,625.60 is the total that I have to have my bank account throughout the month with these paychecks and to cover all of our expenses. So let me write this number down. And now I'm going to take this number. I'm going to put a negative in front of it. I'm going to hit the plus sign because sometimes I forget to do that. And then I'm going to add the amount right here. So that's $9,177.84. And that gives us a total of $552.24 left in the budget. Because last time I did it, my mock budget was about $700 and some. But because I added 3 more Boss Land and Lawn, it's down to $552.24. Now, where can I save money at? I can save money in my spending categories, though I doubt that is going to happen the way we spend money. We are kind of set in a fixed lifestyle right now, and we rather enjoy it. So that is what's going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to bring my notebook in and put this back in and close out this video. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So this is everything. This is my life written on paper. This is all our bills and expenses. This is true real-to-life numbers to the penny as far as estimating and budgeting for the month. If I was not filming this, this is what it would look like. This is what I would give my husband. Hey, this is, because I do all the bills because he's gone so much. Hey, look, this is what I came up with this month. What do you think? And is there any way to tweak it? The only difference right now, and I need to talk to my husband before we make this decision, is does he want personal money? I don't typically take personal money out because I have flexibility with the miscellaneous category, and that's kind of where some of my personal money is. But my husband does like having personal money. And so I kind of have to wait for him to come back, but he did get in the month of June, his VA education deposit. This right here. I transferred into a savings account for him, and then he can transfer it out for himself, and it was $733.20. And so that money is still sitting there waiting on him. So I didn't want to plan on giving him money this month because he had that saved up. And if he doesn't mind, and hopefully he doesn't want more money, I think that should be enough for right now. But that's where we're at right now, and it looks pretty good. All the stuff's laid out. I'm ready to do my check boxes and check off in the corners and all the good things. So, yeah, I think we're good. Next video will be on paycheck 1, setting this up once the money hits the account, and then just showing you the breakdown of where I'm spending what during just paycheck 1 and moving forward from there. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.